up, y'all? It's me, Erica. This is your Love and Hip Hop review. I think this is episode 4, I think. I can't remember. 4? Where's my paper at? Is this it? Okay, we're gonna get right to it because it's not gonna be long. It was a boring episode. It was just boring. Before we get into it, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know that you stopped by, and share this video on whatever social media platform you're on. Look at the sky, how pretty it is. I wish you can see it. Oh my God, it's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so Maino has game night at his house. They introduced his girlfriend, who's named Maggie, who has PTSD. Her brother has diabetes. Yandy comes over. Joe, and Lexington come over. Didn't I tell you Lexington was so cute? That little boy is so cute with his hair all over the place. And Maino and Joe talk about the guilt that he feels about Maggie and how she was hurt at a show of his. Shot, still has a bullet in her leg. All of this shit. I don't know. What are you gonna do? She got shot, and has now suffering from PTSD. About 2 years ago, she got shot, and he's saying that he feels guilty about it. Do y'all think that's why he's with her? I don't know. Maggie's, I don't know. Sure, her brother was there. He has diabetes. He's in a wheelchair. He's taking care of her brother too, which is really nice of him. So maybe he does care about her more than the guilt that he feels for putting her in that situation. I think that was the first night that she went out to meet him, not to meet him, but like to see him perform. That was the first time she went to go see him perform. And it was at the beginning of their relationship, and they've been together ever since she got shot at his show. They've been together ever since. You know, people come together under crazier circumstances, I guess. The next scene is Safaree and let me get Maino and Maggie out the way. I'll leave it. I'll go scene by scene as best as I can. Safaree has a barbecue. He invites Jaquae is there, and he brings Yandy and Safaree and Cayenne. I don't know who this girl Cayenne is, but apparently she was dating Jaquae, and he was posting on social media kind of like he wanted her back. Safaree invited her to the barbecue. She gets to the barbecue and she's like, okay, so what do you want? You act like you want to get back with me. What's up? But you have me blocked at the same time. I'm finding out that, basically she sees that he's posting about her. I guess somebody told her, obviously, because she's blocked. So that's kind of some weird thing going on. I don't know why he would block her and then post this thing that he wants to get back with her or whatever. I can't think too much into it. But he's coming off as deceptive, and he said that he wrote all of this song that Safaree did. They all did together, and he wrote it for Safaree. He's telling people that he wrote it. So Safaree is looking like, she was like, let that man know what you said about him, and it's more than what I've already told you. And Safaree's like, I don't know what the hell she's talking about, but whatever. So then they have a beach day with Yandy and Juju, and Maggie is there, and Maggie comes out, and she tells Yandy keeps calling her little sister. They're at this beach thing, and Juju comes, and she was like, I'm gonna tell you, I really wasn't even gonna come because I don't want any drama. So here comes Anais walking through the damn beach, and she sits down. She apologizes to Juju for how she handled their situation, and she is sorry that what she did made her feel that way. You see how people, you take notice how people apologize. I mean, I do. I watch how they apologize. I listen to how they apologize. She says, well, I'm thankful you're a woman enough to apologize, and I accept your apology. And Anais says, well, I just feel like, you know, we met again with Jonathan. Kimbella and I and Jonathan met, and I felt like you should have been there. And he was still talking. She just seemed like he was upset still. And she was like, he's still talking about me. And so I guess she's, you know, whatever. I don't know. It's really weird. And Anais, basically, she said it like Jonathan's trying to clean himself up. He's trying to make himself, you know, it doesn't have anything to do with it. And I was the one I was defending him. The reason why we got into it is because I was defending him. So we over here fighting, and we're fighting over him. People are trying to reconcile. He's not inviting you to the little brunch that we had. I felt like you should have been there. So she was like, okay, whatever. She just said, I felt like Jonathan is cleaning himself of the bullshit, basically. You know, like I don't have anything to do with it. Y'all bitches can be mad. And I don't like when people do that. When two people get mad, or two people have a conflict about a mutual person, and that mutual person says, well, I don't have nothing to do with it. You was the one running your mouth back and forth. So you do have something to do with it, because you're telling people that Juju is fake. Anais is backing you up because she feels like Juju is fake too. So now you have somebody backing you up. Whatever. I don't know. Safaree and Nylee and Cayenne meet. And I'm going to tell you, Cayenne said something that made me think of Cardi B and Offset. She said, I am tired of the public apologies and the private disrespect. And that is manipulation. You are manipulating a situation to serve yourself and make you look a certain way. Meanwhile, what you're really doing is disrespecting this girl on the low. Nobody knows what else is going on behind these closed doors of yours. And I'm tired of the public apologies and the private disrespect. Boom. Period. That is called emotional manipulation. Why are you doing this? You're acting this way in private and making everybody feel like you really are trying to fuck with me. He said he was trying to shoot his shot at the barbecue, and she was like, no, that's not happening. You're whack. You're not even a rapper. You're a writer. So I got better bars than you. I don't know what she does. Apparently she said she got better bars. Is she a rapper? I don't know. I really can care less. I really can care less. I don't even fucking know. But the relationship dynamics is typical. So she tells Safaree that Jaquae, who, you know, is a writer, that he is trying to commit insurance fraud by faking the robbery. Safaree says, I don't know how anybody can fake a robbery when this motherfucker's in jail. So that case that's thrown out. So Maino and Maggie, he says, we're going to go to a boxing match at Barclays, and to help her get over her PTSD. Her brother's advice was really good that he gave her. He just told her that she's looking at the glass half empty, and that she doesn't want this to turn into paranoia to where it's actually controlling her life, and she's not getting out and she's not doing anything. And he really said, you know, it's not that I thought the advice that he gave was really nice. He was like, it's not that you were careless, but you didn't worry about this stuff when you were out before. You were more carefree, and you didn't care about all of this stuff. And he's like, you don't want to make yourself let this control you to where you're not enjoying your life. Maino told her the same thing. But you got to understand that when people go through a traumatic experience, it's not for anyone else to tell them how long it's going to take them to get past it. You can support them. You can offer suggestions on, you know, ways to cope or how to help it. I don't know why she's not in therapy, because if it is affecting your life, you need to be in therapy. I mean, just to talk to somebody about it, you need to be in therapy. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. My earring fell off. I'll put it on at the stop. What happened after that? So she was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the boxing match. Jaquae, he has a little party. He mentions once again that he is modeling for Sean John, and he's giving out some stuff. They show the actual picture, so I guess it is true. He's having this party, throwing around shit, and Sin, Safaree, and Naya are there. Safaree, very non-confrontational, he's not aggressive at all. He brings it to Jaquae's attention and says, he tells him about the insurance scam thing. And then I didn't like the way that Jaquae responded makes me believe that Cayenne was telling the truth. He completely put it on her and then said, "You're believing my ex? You're believing her, but 2 days ago you was trying to get back with her. So what is it? You mad because she rejected you? So now everybody should reject anything that she's saying because that's your ex with this ugly face." It makes me believe that she was telling the truth just by that way that he responded. He didn't even address what she said. He tried to figure out a way to discredit her by saying that you listening to my ex, and he walked away. Safaree is really, I believe that Safaree is not really a fighting type of dude. I very rarely I don't think I've ever seen, I've seen A1 try to fight Safaree, but I've never seen, has anybody ever seen Safaree be very confrontational and aggressive towards somebody? I haven't. He's everybody has their issues, but I've never seen him. And so he was just standing there like, all right, dude, like, whatever. I'm not going to try to, confront you about this situation. I'm bringing it to your attention what was said, and you trying to say that I'm listening to your ex, as if though I should, like, her word is not I guess valuable, or just don't believe her. That's my ex, like, don't believe anything my ex says type of shit. But I believe that, and this whole thing with these men gossiping with women, I don't believe that that's a trait of anybody of any gender, whether you talk behind people's backs or not, or share your thoughts about particular situations. I don't think that it's gender specific. People talk about each other. People, not men, not women, people. They talk about each other. He's like, you're listening to he said, she said. So he's kind of like, kind of dismissing that, not addressing the issue, like just completely dismissing. I don't believe him. I just don't believe him. Juju and Jonathan sit down. Juju said that she felt like she was ambushed at Jonathan's party. And Jonathan very sweetly told her, how would you think that I set you up for an ambush? I didn't even invite you to my party. I said, yes, Jonathan, bitch, get that in. Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, bitch, how you felt ambushed? You wasn't even invited. Didn't nobody tell your ass? That's what I said last week. Didn't nobody tell your ass to come. You wouldn't have felt ambushed if you didn't bring your ass to an event that you were not invited to. What kind of shit is that? Like, how could you feel ambushed? I didn't even invite you. I said, yes, Jonathan. He did that. He said that very sweetly, like, but I didn't invite you. So how could you feel ambushed? Like you felt that I said, when you see Juju, go over there and let it go. She was like, yes, I feel like that. He was like, how could you feel like that? And I didn't even invite you. Bitch. See, it's those little things that you just gotta get in real quick. I was like, I'm not mad at Jonathan because he has a very valid point. He has a very valid point. And, and then Juju is still calling Anais, Jonathan's friend. Your friend, she came and she told me, like, they're going back and forth instead of all three of them sitting around and having a conversation. And I had to watch that scene with Juju and Jonathan twice because I wanted to see how Juju was going to use the manipulation tactics that she learned from Cameron on fucking Jonathan. And she used them because she said to him, he's upset about you going to have a meeting about a podcast that was his idea, and you took a meeting. That's why he said you were secretive, and that's why he's going around to everybody talking about you because of what you did. And you're upset because how you felt when you came to a show or to his birthday party that you were not invited to. So you're upset about that. And he says, your pain is me talking about you to everybody, and I apologize. I shouldn't use our mutual friends as sounding boards until I have come to you. Remember I said that? You got to tell your friend first how you feel, and then you can share it with your mutual friends. Like I told that bitch, so when they go, like they all have shown, they'll go back to the person and say, well, so-and-so said this about you. You're not surprised by any of the things that they said because your friend has already shared it with you, what their grievances are. You see what Juju did? She went right back to Jonathan and told him what happened at the beach. And she said, well, I'm upset about you going around talking about me. But him going around talking about you, Juju, is a result of you taking a meeting for a podcast that was his idea and he was not present. So you're mad at him for being mad at you, basically. And you're gonna let that destroy a friendship? You're gonna let cheating destroy a marriage? You're gonna let like that shit? Bitch, own up to your shit. You was wrong. You don't like to be called secretive, but you're doing a lot of things that could be deemed secretive and sneaky. Maybe you did learn some things from Cameron on how to be sneaky and secretive. Maybe you did. Because Jonathan has a right to be upset with you. No, he should not be going around talking about you. He should have told you first, facts. But at the same time, doesn't make, just because he went around talking about you, like that action was wrong, but his reasoning for being upset is valid. I feel it's valid. Take a meeting. I come up with an idea and you go and take a meeting about my idea without me being there. We're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem. And a bitch like me, I won't be your friend no more because I can't trust you because you're doing sneaky shit. So I'm going to trust you to go into a business venture with you? No. I've done that shit before. Going into a business with somebody you don't trust? No, ma'am. Don't do it. Especially if they do going around talking about you behind your back or taking meetings behind your back. Like that, Jonathan has a valid point. When he starts saying what his point is, Juju is not allowing him to speak. And he was like, okay, well, then she flips it and says, so what is this about you telling Kimbella that I'm fake and phony, bitch? Okay, now. How are you flipping her? Let's talk about me being upset that you took a meeting without me. Stop dismissing it by saying, you're going to let that little thing ruin our relationship? No. Yes, you need to own up to that first. Then we can talk about me saying what I said about you as a result of you taking this secret meeting. Right? So as a result of you taking this secret meeting, I don't know how many times I got to say it, I'm upset. So let's talk about that first, because we're not going to talk about me calling you fake and phony to Kimbella and get all your grievances aired out, and you're going to completely ignore mine. I was with Jonathan in that. Jonathan tried to maintain his energy level, and he was like, okay, with the side eye, whatever. And she was like, I could side. He was like, bitch, I know what a side eye is. Don't cuss at me. I'm not cursing at you. Yes, you're not cursing at me, but you're still being disrespectful. You're still being disrespectful. You're still not allowing him to speak. And you don't have no legs to stand on. He was talking about you, bitch, based on you taking a meeting without him. Period. Stop right there. Then we can discuss me going behind your back and talking about that very thing that you did to other people besides you, which he already apologized for. I should not have gone to our mutual friends and used them as a sounding board before coming to talk to you. Period. He apologized, but you still haven't apologized about taking this meeting. You're trying to you're trying to be dismissive and minimalize it and trivialize it like he shouldn't be mad about it. I did that for us. Then why didn't you tell me? I don't have the toxic relationship that you have with Anais. It's getting there. It's getting there. Maino and Maggie go back to the where she got shot. They walk through the thing. I don't think that was appropriate to do. I understand that his gesture. I understand where his gesture was coming from, but you're not a psychologist. You could have really sent that girl backwards. You understand what I'm saying? That's not something that you just do on your own. PTSD is a real thing. And different things trigger people based on traumatic events that they've had in their life. And you taking that girl back to where she got shot and she felt like she was almost going to die without any type of professional, mental health professional there. I don't think that was. I understand. I think the gesture was wonderful for Maino to do that. I think it was thoughtful. But you should have consulted with somebody before you did that, because you could have sent that girl backwards. She walked in there like she was fine. She was taking her time, walking in there, sat on the table where the couch was, where she got shot. She talked about not being able to move and how she just found some strength within her to get up and hop out of the club after, like I said, I want to give him props for the gesture, but I don't think it was irresponsible in terms of mental illness and PTSD. You just don't do that without seeking professional help. That was it. The episode was very, very short. It was just whatever, I guess. And then Mariah Lynn. It's too many people. So guess what I'm about to do? I'm going to figure out the couples that I want to focus on. Like, I'm not talking about Mariah Lynn. No, we're not doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Anyways, y'all have a wonderful day. And I forgot. My mind is up. Come on, are you getting over or what? All right, y'all. Let me go, because I don't even know what the fuck is going on. All right, take care of each other.